안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. Hello there. Welcome to the third video of the Axie Infinity Scholar Beginner Series. My name is Daniel, and in this video, you will learn about how each class of an Axie stats differ, type advantages, disadvantages, and damage calculation. To improve your gameplay, you will need to understand that the differences between each classes and how well they work against each other to achieve that sweet 25% of additional damage. There are currently 9 classes to choose from in Axie Infinity, where 6 of them have their own body parts, which are the plant, reptile, aquatic, bird, beast, bug Axies, and 3 of them do not, which are the dusk, dawn, and mech Axies. This is important to take note as each individual part will account to the overall stats of an Axie. So imagine you're building an Axie, the cute little axolotl with the big bulb in the middle. So first you will need a body and 6 parts, which are the eyes, mouth, ears, horns, back, and tail. So the upper table shows each Axie's body with their base stats. I highlighted the yellow cells to indicate that particular Axie having the highest base stat of that stat. As you can see, the plant Axie has the highest base stat for HP, being 61. Bird having the highest speed, which is 43. And the mech having the highest skill, which is at 43. And beast having the highest base stat for morale at 43 again. So then you would add the remaining parts, the 6 parts I mentioned just now, to the body of the Axie. Each Axie part will be summed to the overall stat in the end. As you can see at the bottom, you need to select one part, as let's say for example aquatic. For each aquatic part, there will be 1 HP added and 3 speed added to the overall stat. So you must do your own due diligence and to calculate how much speed or HP, skill, and morale of your Axie that is needed to understand how well it does in the arena or in PvP. So HP stands for the amount of damage your Axie can take before being defeated, and morale being the factor that increases critical strike chance and makes entering last stand, where your Axie becomes engulfed in flames, more likely and adds more last stand ticks to enable your Axie to last longer. And skill adds damage when an Axie plays multiple ability cards at once. The damage is calculated like this. Speed determines turn order. Faster Axies attack first from the upper row in your games. Speed also decreases an Axie's chance of being the victim of a critical strike. If 2 Axies have the same speed, this is how attack order is determined, from high speed to low HP, to high skill, to high morale, to low fighter ID. Hence, an Axie's stats are dependent on 2 variables, its body class and its body parts. Okay, moving on. So, regarding class advantages, the class of an Axie plays a crucial role in combat against other Axies in the arena, which is the PvP. Each class is weak and strong against other Axies. When calculating damage, the card class of the attacking move is compared to the Axie class of the defender. This is not so complicated. Let me give you an example. A plant card, as you can see from this part, this green pyramid, used to attack an aquatic Axie, will deal 15% additional damage. Meanwhile, the converse is also true. If a bug card was to be used against an aquatic Axie, it will deal 15% less damage. So you will need to remember each class of Axie strength and weaknesses. And furthermore, remember the 25% I mentioned in the beginning? I just mentioned 15%, there's another 10%. So when an Axie of a certain class uses a card from its own class, it gets a 10% attack and shield bonus. So for example, a plant Axie playing a plant card will receive a 10% extra attack and shield. So the bonus stacks. For example, the same plant Axie using a plant card using a plant card against an aquatic Axie will do 25% additional damage. Okay, so you may be wondering, how would I remember all this flow chart? So the way I remember it is I start from the very top. So for a plant and reptile, I don't usually look at the dusk, spec and dawn. So for plant, it will be stronger than a bird and aquatic because plants can live underwater, and when birds come to eat plants, they will regenerate. And the same goes for the reptile. Reptiles can somehow, remember lizards, house lizards, they lose their tail. So when they lose their tail, maybe eaten by a bird, they can regenerate again. So that's why it is somehow stronger than a bird. Okay, so moving on. Bird and fish aquatic is more advantaged than a beast and bug. Is because if you were to put let's say a beast, which is like a lion, into the middle of the ocean, which is aquatic, it won't survive. And the most easy one would be birds eat bugs. Okay, last but not least, it's the beast and bug against the reptile and plant. So beasts, I usually remember it by they eat reptiles. Let's say your house cat eating the house lizard, and bugs, they can eat leaves. So that's basically it. Yeah. Okay. So moving on, we have the secret classes. These classes are the Dusk, Dawn, and Mech Axies. These three types of Axies are specially bred. They can't really be that pure. Okay? So remember, they don't have their own body parts. So these Axies are specially bred. Mechs are the bottom one, can only be bred with purebred beast Axies and purebred bug Axies. Dusk from purebred reptile and aquatic, and Dawn from purebred plant and birds. And they only have a 33% chance of breeding. Okay? So this secret class of Axies still benefit from the usual class advantage, but remember, they suffer a limitation as they do not possess their own class of body parts, hence no 10% additional damage or shield. So you may think they are very weak. Actually, they are weak to me, but I'm not really a pro player at the moment right now. But the game has implemented bonuses for these Axies, whereby the Dusk Axie, as you can see from the top, if they were to be using a plant or a reptile card, they will get a bonus class as in the additional damage and shield of a 7.5% increase, Dawn with aquatic and bird, and Mech with beast and bug cards. So it is not entirely true to say that these secret class of Axies are useless, but you will need to curate them and to play it to your own advantage. So with that said, I hope that this video helped you out in understanding how each class of Axie works and how its body parts make the sum of its total. And if you liked the video and if it helped you improve your gameplay, please continue to support my channel by liking, subscribing, and share it to your Axie Infinity playing friends. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye!